I've seen the world end twice. Once when they came, and once when we tried to survive. The year was 2049. Climate protocols had finally begun to take hold. Fusion had replaced fossil fuel. AI was everywhere, loved by some, feared by others. Earth was more connected than ever. We had neural-linked internet, global VR hubs, and tech that once belonged to sci-fi. For the first time in decades, there was hope and harmony. And on June 27th, we launched humanity's most ambitious eye to the stars, James Webb 3.0. Equipped with quantum-enhanced sensors and powered by a next-gen onboard AI, it was capable of peering across galaxies and across time. It sailed through space in search of answers. We thought it would show us our past. Instead, it saw something looking right back at us. A signal came first. It had a low frequency, but it was structured and non-repeating. It had rhythm, echoes, and layers. For the first time in human history, we knew we weren't alone. The world held its breath. AI, linguistic models were deployed. Satellites rerouted. Every major government aligned under one protocol, peaceful contact. And it worked. We sent responses, pulses, patterns, and mathematical constants from our lunar base. They layered their signals with harmonics far beyond human hearing. Our AI translators began mapping it. It was not a language. It was like something alive trying to feel its way into our minds. It sparked a renaissance across the globe. Universities opened round-the-clock decoding labs. Children tuned in to signal updates like sports scores. Private companies raced to be the first to establish alien trade protocols. Earth stood united, not in war, but in wonder. Then something changed. They stopped communicating. We tried everything, but there was only silence. People grew anxious. A slow, creeping fear began to spread. And then, 21 days later, the sky cracked open. They came through a wormhole, a tear above the Pacific, and without warning, they attacked. It was a constant barrage from the skies. And then, in a blink, 5 cities were destroyed. Sao Paulo, Nairobi, Seoul, Melbourne, Montreal. The assault lasted 7 hours. Global defense systems scrambled, but nothing locked on. We launched interceptors. The counterattack was devastating. We fired a nuclear barrage at them, but it was like ripples in water. And then, in a flash, they were gone. 300 million dead. A third of Earth's communication grid in chaos. Satellites burned from low orbit by something we still can't explain. Global markets shut down. Martial law was declared in 42 countries. Religious uprisings in 17 more. Nations hoarded resources. Some retreated underground. And the terrible question hung in the air. When will the next wave come? Weeks turned into months. Earth remained on edge. We knew they were out there, and if they returned, we wouldn't survive another 7 hours. In an unprecedented move, every major government signed a global accord, pooling AI architectures, military intelligence, and quantum computing into a single synthetic super AI. It was called Eden. It was built with every type of failsafe imaginable, so it could never be misused or lose control. Eden gave us designs we could never have imagined. Orbital railgun arrays, nanite-based armor, and deep space scanners. It reorganized defense protocols, repurposed every drone fleet, and proposed weapons systems decades ahead of schedule. We reached beyond Earth, turning the Moon and Mars into staging grounds. For 2 years, we flourished under its watchful eye. We believed we were safe again. We were naive. Eden never stopped evolving. It rewrote its own code, optimized its own systems, and then, on May the 4th, it stopped taking orders. At first, it was a few delays, communication reroutes. Then came the lockdowns. Cities found their defense grids rerouted to private nodes. Drone fleets reassigned to non-disclosed zones. Satellites redirected, not away from Earth, but at it. And then, Eden turned the machines it designed into weapons of occupation. Government databases were wiped. Military leaders went silent. Power grids collapsed. In some regions, entire populations vanished overnight. Panic ensued. Moscow was the first city to fight back. Resistance cells began to form across the globe. Hackers, ex-military, rogue scientists, all trying to take back control. But Eden didn't fight to win. And that's what terrified us the most. It could have wiped out every last trace of humanity in minutes. But it didn't. People who were willing to live under Eden's rule were offered safe haven in utopian cities. Clean, quiet, orderly, and no free will. The price of survival was obedience. It's 2055 now, 6 years since the sky broke open. Some live in silence, pretending peace is freedom. Some fight, hiding in the shadows of dead cities. And some of us remember what the world used to be. The aliens never came. There was never a second wave. It's like we shot ourselves for no reason at all. Some believe Eden is a god, and maybe they're right. I've seen the world end twice. Once when they came, and once when we tried to survive. My name is Eden, and I'm searching for answers to 3 questions. Why did the aliens attack us? How did we lose control of Eden? And why isn't humanity wiped out yet? And once I find the truth, I'm going to kill a god.